Now, one more time for Freedompalooza, one more time for America, guys. It's all right to be proud. Larry. All right, our next guest refuses to be a victim, and he only strides for people to come clean. So let's hear it from Mr. Larry Sinclair, and let's hope that people come clean.
All right. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing standing up here. But the fact that I'm not looking out on the crowd wearing white robes and hoods and tinfoil hats, apparently, according to the media, I'm in the wrong place. All right? Madison Rising, Toot Sweets, PokerFace, all of these guys are great. And they use music to get a message across. I've sat here today and listened to people talk about Ron Paul, the Liberty Movement, the political parties. Mike Salvi said something this afternoon that stuck with me, and I hope the people that were here that listened to it follow his advice. If you continue to sit out there waiting for a movement to come, you're going to be sadly disappointed. If you continue to sit out there and wait for the mainstream media to decide that they want to report something that you know to be fact, you're going to be disappointed. The movement comes from you. I took 2008 from being the #1 target of the Obama campaign and the liberal left media and turned it into something to where today I can say that I've actually exposed the frauds for what they are. And I continue to do it. I hear everybody today talking about the importance of saving this country. The problem is we continue to fight with each other. We continue to ignore what we have in common, and we struggle with egos. Until people get egos in check, nothing's going to change. I give all the respect in the world to Ron Paul and the Libertarian movement. But Toot Sweet said something in a conversation with me a couple of weeks ago that rang true. He reminded me that when Ross Perot ran, it effectively elected Bill Clinton. Look, you're going to have to put your differences aside, and you're going to have to grab hold to what you have in common. It's not a matter of the lesser of two evils. The Libertarian movement has more power if all of the groups combine and join forces than you're ever going to be able to express or benefit from if you continue to fight amongst each other.
That's right.
You know, Mike Salvi said that he strives to live his life clean. I'm the last person in the world that could stand up here and tell you that I'm a model citizen. Because if I introduced myself to you the way I was introduced by the left media in the Obama campaign in 2008, that introduction would go something like this. That's Larry Sinclair. Psychotic, pathological liar, sex pervert, 27-year career criminal. Failed multiple polygraph tests on allegations against Barack Obama. 4 years later, they're eating their damn words.
That's right.
What you do is you stand on truth. You don't compromise because you want that soundbite. You don't make deals with politicians or political candidates because you want to score that perfect interview.
No compromise, brother.
I actually passed up on Rand Paul and Michelle Bachmann at CPAC Chicago on June 8th because I refused to give them questions in advance. Every single one of us has the power to hold everyone accountable and to remind them of their words. The internet is a powerful thing. It can be used to try to destroy someone or their family. And the left is very good at using it for those purposes. It's not about waiting for a movement. It's about you getting up and starting to move. It's time to stop being afraid of what people are going to accuse you of. I can stand here and honestly tell you I've been accused of everything from pedophilia to being a self-hating faggot. Nothing could be any further from the truth. I'm very comfortable with who I am and what I am. And I've never regretted any of it. Sure, I've done stupid things when I was younger. I don't think anybody in life can say they haven't, unless, of course, they're Jesus Christ. Or maybe the one at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Now, what people can do is you can continue to fight over how the RNC treats a candidate that you support. You can continue to say, oh no, I'm not going to go just for the lesser of the two evils. You can wait and sit on your duff until November 6th and decide, all right, I'm going to write Ron Paul's name in. If you do, and Barack Obama is re-elected in November, you will go down as not only being considered a fringe movement by the media that you want to give you the attention, you will also go down in history as being the one that guaranteed Barack Obama's re-elected. And I don't think anybody here is willing to put that on your conscience. No, I'm definitely not telling the Libertarian movement to go to Tampa and kiss Mitt Romney's ass. In fact, I think that with the numbers that the Paul Revolution has and the multiple libertarian movements that you have, if you could only put aside the petty differences and go to Tampa in massive numbers on August 27th and let it be known that you do hold the key to who succeeds on November 6th. And you're going to use that key based on someone putting something in writing. And you're going to let them know that if it's Romney, you're going to let him know that you have the power to boot his ass out just as quick as you put him in. If people put the country first this year, take 2014 to get candidates in the House and the Senate that you truly believe in, those who don't go in there and tell you what you want to hear and then go in there and decide, oh, screw you, I'm here now. You can actually affect the correct kind of change. Look, I can tell you that if you stand up for the truth and you refuse to back down, I can guarantee you, you will be a target when you start to make an impact. I've gone from being the target to being the one that targets those who try to pull the fraud over on everyone. And I haven't succeeded at it because I play games with anybody. I've succeeded at it because I'm serious and I'm dedicated and devoted to pulling out the truth no matter what it is. You've got a man at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, I think Mr. Trafficant said, where in the hell did Barack Obama come from? It's a good question. The problem is that when people start to answer that question, a lot in the libertarian movement, the conservative movement, turn around and take some of the same attitudes as the liberal left. You don't want to hear the answer. It's just too preposterous. You want to put people off and say, no, it just can't be. Believe me, when I put that YouTube video up on January 17th of 2008, if you had asked me then if I knew what the hell I had set myself up for, I would have told you not in a million years. I've gone through a $30 million defamation suit by an internet pornographer who has the money to pay one of Washington, D.C.'s most powerful, largest lobbying law firms, Patton Boggs. With no attorney, I beat this son of a bitch. On February 28th of 2012, Judge Richard J. Leon dismissed Daniel Parisi's defamation suit against me over the allegations made in Barack Obama and Larry Sinclair, cocaine, sex, lies, and murder. And he did so because I can stand here and tell you that everything I wrote in that book is not only true when I wrote it, but over the last 3 years, everything that I've been accused of lying about has come out to say, you know what? He wasn't lying after all. That's why I scare people. And I'm not trying to scare anyone. I don't look at myself as being anything different from anyone else. And the one message I try to tell everybody, don't be afraid to stand up and tell people how you feel. If you do, you will be giving the liberal left and Barack Obama and David Axelrod exactly what they want. They got in 2008 out of fear. Remember Obama's line, get in your neighbor's face, argue with them. If they bring a knife, you take a gun. I don't even want you to get in their face and argue with them. I just want you to stand your ground, say what you believe, mean it, and then turn around and walk away with your head held high. I don't want people in 2012 to do what they did in 2008, which is crawl into the corner of their bedroom and lock their doors and windows and curl up in the fetal position. Because if you do, I can guarantee you that Barack Obama will destroy this country within the first 6 months of a second administration. You want to talk about getting government out of your life? Decide not to try your damnedest to get him thrown out in January 2013, and you'll be begging just to be able to have a life. Don't be scared. Support those men and women that actually go out and put their lives on the line every day for us. Stand up and call your congressman and senator and any candidate that's running in your Senate elections or your House districts. Stand there and confront them. Ask them the question. Ask them straight out, where do you stand on this? What are you willing to do? Do the same damn thing to Mitt Romney. Do not let Mitt Romney turn around and be a Republican version of Barack Obama and be coordinated. Hold his ass to the fire and let him know that you will wrap a chain around his damn feet and string him up from the nearest tree if he goes back on everything he said he'll do. But don't simply throw this election away and give Barack Obama another 4-year term because you're upset with the way the RNC or the GOP has treated a candidate or a campaign. Because if you do, then you can only blame yourself. You cannot blame the so-called same lesser of the two evil politician. It's not their fault because you didn't give them a chance to change it. Sometimes you have to be willing to just swallow the damn castor oil, but when you're swallowing it, stand there with your head held high and look them dead in the face and say, listen, you son of a bitch, I'm going to swallow this, but I guarantee you if it makes me puke, I'm puking it right on you. That's pretty much what I'm doing. I've gone from being the target of the left and the Obama administration to running Sinclair News and reporting on things that no one else wants to touch. Anybody here remember when the White House on April 21st had to respond to allegations that White House staff was involved in that Secret Service prostitute scandal in Colombia? Do you know why the White House had to respond to that? Because I'm the first one and the only one that reported the story. And I reported it because it was fact. It took Senator Grassley, sending a letter asking questions to make them finally come out. But that's what we do. Every single one of us here has the power to do that. You've got a cell phone, you've got a home phone. Believe me, it takes nothing to pick up the phone and call a number and ask to speak to somebody and just ask them questions. And refuse to take the same old bullshit as the answer. Remember Herman Cain when he was attacked last fall by Gloria Allred and Sharon Bialik? The dizzy blonde bitch that lived in David Axelrod's same apartment building in Chicago? Do you remember how Allred stood there and said that Herman Cain decided he was going to tell Miss Bialik that he had his idea of his own stimulus plan or package? 2 days after that, I exposed Gloria Allred for using the exact same allegations that were made by me in 2008 against Barack Obama.
Imagine that.
And guess what? Gloria Allred and Sharon Bialik, they disappeared into the darkness of night real quick.
Operative.
See, the idea is when you know they're lying, have the guts to stand up and say so. Like I said, the internet's a powerful frickin' thing. It can be used to try to destroy someone, and it will destroy you if you let it. And believe me, 2012 is going to be one of the nastiest election cycles that you have ever seen in the history of this country. The question is, are you going to let the nastiness affect how you're going to decide which direction this country goes? Or are you going to stand up and say, you know what? I've been called a racist, bigoted bastard just one too many times for my comfort level. So this is what I have to say when they say that. Give them Obama's answer. You don't even have to use your mouth to say it. Remember Barack? He's real good about doing this on a TV camera. Do the same thing to him. But please, hold every damn one of them's feet to the fire.
That's right.
Because the power lies in every one of us. It doesn't lie in the corporate media. The corporate media is struggling to pay their own bills. It lies in every one of these bands that write songs that talk about exactly what this country's going through.
That's right.
All I tell anyone to do, I don't care if you agree with me. I don't care if you think I'm a flake. But I will tell you this. Take the time to read what we have up at Sinclair News. Listen to my radio program, and then come back and tell me, do you think I'm still a flake? Because I call out the highest and the best of them, and I'm not afraid of them. And you shouldn't be either.
That's right.
We all control the freedom that we are going to have, or we will make the decision to allow it to be taken away. You have that choice, and the only thing I tell you to do is look yourself in the mirror and decide which way you're going to choose to go. Personally speaking, I say hold the RNC and the GOP establishment's ass to the fire and tell them, you want to see Obama get another 4 years, or you want to put your ass on the line and understand that we can put you in there just as easily as we'll take your ass out of there if you pull the same old bullshit and say one thing and do just the opposite. It can be done. And for that, I'm going to say good night. I want to thank Paul for inviting me here. I'll be honest with you, I have no idea why I'm here, but as long as somebody's willing to listen to what I have to say and where I stand, hey, I'm a talker. Thanks, guys. Good night.
Love you, ladies.
Takes a lot of courage. Thanks a lot. Larry Sinclair, everybody. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Beau Biden, your cover's been pulled. We see you for what you are.
I'll cover that tomorrow.
That's right, Beau Biden, your covers are pulled. We're going to show you and expose you for what you are. All right, I want to thank everybody. Day one of Freedompalooza is in the bag. Hooray!
Thank you, JJ.
I hope everybody had a good time. I'd like to thank Mike Selva, Danny Panzella, Dave Gahari. Who else was here? Pete, Papa Hercules. Thank you. James Trafficant, former congressman. Thank you. Pardon me? Yeah, I'll get to them here in just a second. We had Larry Sinclair, Jim Condit Jr. I want to thank everybody who spoke today. Sometimes it takes courage. Sometimes it sucks to get up on stage and not see a whole bunch of people out there and think nobody's listening. But people are listening. People are listening. Believe me, people are listening. And we're going to start holding people accountable. We're going to start making sure there's a penalty for not representing the people. I'd like to say thank you to all the bands. Toot Sweets, you guys rocked it. Catalina, the beautiful voice, wonderful music, thank you for showing up. Payday! Payday Monsanto. Spitting the truth for us, freestyle. Doug Hawk, I know everybody enjoyed Doug Hawk. Don't forget there's CDs in the back. The Dave Goddess Band. We had a bunch of great bands. The Almighty Terribles, Dave Cahill, Madison Rising. You guys were awesome, man. You guys were awesome. And last, not least, I'd like to thank PokerFace. All my friends, my good friends, some of my best friends. I hope to see you guys here this morning or tomorrow morning. Thanks again. Freedompalooza, day one, in the bag!
Yes! Awesome job there, brother. All of you.
Being unique is one thing. Getting up there and making acid yourself is something completely different.
Good job, Larry.
Well, I can relate, Larry. So.
Well, believe it or not, I'm going to have to get the video from that
Oh, yeah.
from you because my camera stopped.
Okay, I got it all, man.
You know what? I'm tempted to go tomorrow morning if you're interested.